Good morning, Code Beauties. RJ back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day. Just picked this up recently. A bat, a stadium giveaway. Philadelphia Phillies and Geno's restaurant. Mike Schmidt, approved Little League model. Louisville Slugger style, Louisville Pro, Illica Bradsby. It's kind of what you would get on a bat day in the early 70s or mid to late 70s. You don't do bat days anymore for obvious reasons, but a cool little Mike Schmidt collectible. Today's random baseball item of the day: 1988 Donruss Larry Anderson on the Houston Astros. Good reminder of the trade, one of those famous. So you get him in there. One of those famous trades, Larry Anderson for Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell was a up-and-coming rookie, actually on the Red Sox, but the Red Sox needed some pitching down the stretch, and they traded for Larry Anderson and gave up a young and unproven Jeff Bagwell in the trade. So 1988 Donruss Larry Anderson, a random baseball item of the day. Today's trivia question: on this day in baseball history, August the 20th, 1998, this player hit the 50th home run of the season. His 50th home run of the season. This was the third year in a row then that he cracked 50 or more home runs. That made him the first player ever in all of baseball history to hit at least 50 in 3 consecutive years. Name him. What you're playing for, as always, 3 awesome cards. A Leaf card from 1996 featuring the recently departed Ryan Sandberg. Shout out to Ryan and his family and the Cubs. A Ted Williams card company from 1993 featuring awesome card of Roy Campanella. And then, of course, a Conlon collection. Rogers Hornsby, Great Stories Conlon collection. A lot of these were always taken by various books about baseball. And I'm only going to show you the story. You'll have to get the card to read it. All right. So, that's what you're playing for. All you need to do to get those cards, if that's what you're interested in, is to shoot out a guess on that question. Just send me an email. I'll include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of the question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer. We will pick a winner on Sunday. All right. Good luck to everybody on that one. So today, what I want to talk about, it is Wednesday. It's Kidz Korner. I do Kidz Korner. I've told you before, I'm doing my little part to try and get kids back interested in baseball card collecting. It's highly likely that nobody's watching my Kidz Korner episodes, other than the people who like my trivia and prizes. I don't think anybody's really paying attention. I doubt there are dads out there who put their kids in front of the YouTube and say, look, RJ's on again. He's got another video, let's watch. But I'm trying. I'm doing something, showing off interesting baseball collectibles that kids can own, should own, maybe get excited about, that don't cost a lot. And it's not going to be a huge loss to anybody if they accidentally rip them in half or chew on them or whatever the little kids do. But again, trying to get kids interested in the hobby. So today what I want to talk about are team cards. So I have started recently, and I'm pretty much almost done, I think, trying to get every team card issued by Topps of the Phillies. Now, Topps didn't issue team cards what I mean by team cards is that's a picture of the whole team sitting in front on benches and posing for a photo. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show off all my Phillies team cards today. And again, team cards are a great way to get a low expense image of your favorite team. And it's usually going to be your favorite team that you buy. Not only that, all the stars are going to be in there because they're all in one big photo. A lot of times the older checklists, there's a checklist on the back of all the players, so you know they're all in there. But anyway, I'm going to show off my team cards. I really do personally love the team, the sitting pose of the team. I really do love that image. So let me show you what I got. I'm not sure if I have them all. I think I do, because sometimes, again, some years they did, they made it, some years they didn't make it. Recently, you haven't seen team cards, but in the near past, they were still issuing them. But when I had my first one, and I've been showing this one off a number of times because I'm actually working on a full rainbow run of the 2023 Phillies team card, which shows them on the field after the World Series, or after they won the pennant over the Padres back in 2023. So there you go, the Phillies team card. This was in Topps Series 2 of 2023, card number 567. And it's the whole group gathered on the field, posing after the pennant winning, game. After that, Topps Base didn't put out a team set for a while. That Topps Heritage had picked it up. So I got a couple starting in, I believe this is 2020. This is the 2012 release of Heritage 2012. Phillies team card. Heritage 2011 Phillies team card, and it would have different types of ways that it would show the stats of the team. 2010 Heritage Phillies team card. I love the posed picture. I really, really love that. 2010. Or is that 2010? That was 2000. That was 2010. This is 2009 Phillies Heritage team card. The 2009 version is actually on the back. It's a standard checklist card. Heritage used this as the front of a standard checklist card. All right. 2008 Heritage. Then it goes to base top. Then Topps itself started cranking out some team cards. And they had these for a couple of years in the 2000. Here's the 2007 style team card. It was a black border release that year. 2006 Phillies team card. It usually gave a stats about the team you're looking at in the what do I want to say? The previous season, a lot of stats about what happened with the team. So that's 2006, 2005. It said 2004 up top because this is the 2004 season. But if you know your 2004 Topps cards, this is what a 2004 Topps card looks like. Now, this happens to be the gold version. Every once in a while, when I was picking up these cards, when I could pick up a gold version, I would. So this is serial number to 2004. There you go. I got the gold version from 2003 as well. That was a blue bordered set. So this is the 2003 Phillies team card, again, numbered to that year, 2003. 2002 Phillies team card. This has a stamp on it. It says Home Team Advantage. I don't know if this is a special issue or not. That was 2002. This is the 2001 set. 2001 Phillies. Now, prior to 2001, I couldn't find any until you go all the way back to when we all remember team cards being issued. And the last team card of what we consider, kind of the vintage era of cards. Technically, it's not a vintage era card, but I consider it still the vintage set. But 1981 was the last year as kids we remember Topps cranking out a team card. Here's your 1981 Phillies Topps cards. These are the cards I love to death. That awesome posed on the stadium field, actual checklist of all the Topps cards. That's the kind of team card I loved, and I have them all now, going back into this era. 1980. There you go. 79. Danny Ozark is the manager. 78. 77. 76. 75. 74. 73. 72. We are coming up to a skip year, believe it or not. 71. And 70. For whatever reason, in 1969, they didn't release team cards. So I don't have a 79. All right? But I do have, 69. I didn't have 69. I have 60. I didn't have 69, but I do have 68. 67. I don't know why they cut the image. They kind of blocked out the background image. I can't stand that. 67. 66. That kind of annoys me. The ones where they blocked out the image. The background image. 65. 64. Some of these older ones are kind of marked up here and there. 63. 62. 61. I'm a big fan of the 61 set. I know a lot of people don't like it. I do. 60. 59. Even in those team cards, I had a big circle image here. 59 Topps team card. 58. 58 Topps team card. You get way back when, it's hard to find an unmarked one, and I don't mind that it's unmarked. I really don't. 58. 57. The last, or the first standard issue. 57 Topps. And then the very first year they issued these kind of team cards was in the 56 set. And they had this great stuff about stadiums and everything. So that is the entire run of Phillies team cards, okay? Interestingly, there are other years. There are other years when you could get a team card of the Phillies, but certainly wasn't Topps doing it back then. But for example, I do have the 1913 Fatima Phillies card. So that is one of my prized joys. But again, I think these old team cards, especially the ones from the 70s, you know, all these awesome team cards, very, very inexpensive. Most people hate the team cards. They just do. They hate them because little kids marked it up and everything. I still, to this day, find them fascinating. They're awesome pieces of history. Now, if you're a Phillies fan like me, Phillies have always had mediocre teams, you know. They got hot in the late 2000s, early 2010s, but people didn't care about team cards then. Even in the early days, you know, if you were a Yankees collector, it can be pricey to get a team card. A Dodger collector might be pricey to get a team card. But for the most part, these team cards are really inexpensive, no matter what the year is. And they're really cool. Kids will like them. You have all your favorite stars on one image. It's a great, great way to collect cards and enjoy the hobby. So That's my recommendation on this day of Kidz Korner. Check out team cards from your favorite team. Try and get them all, because this also helps you talk about the season of your team. How did the Phillies do in 79? How did they do in 70? How did they do in 64? Well, let's not talk about 64, okay? It was a great, great collectible. And I'd like to hear all of you say, tell me, do you like team cards? Did you love team cards, or did you hate team cards? Because I loved them. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Come back again on Friday for one more, all right? Have a great rest of your week. Take care.